Hello Pisces, my name is Tiffany from Tiffany's Astrology and it's so good to be here with you all again today. Just wanted to do a very brief, but we'll see how brief it is, message for the full moon in Leo for you. The full moon in Leo, from what I have kind of extracted from different astrologers, is going to be a full moon that affects us all at a collective level, where there's going to be some surprises and shakeups. So some full moons hit and it's more of like, wow, all these beautiful things are illuminated. But this moon is kind of using some energy from the planet Uranus or Uranus, and it is bringing a little bit of like a shakeup energy to our life a little bit. So there's an energy here where you are going to feel that, especially Pisces, in your sixth house, which governs your day-to-day work and routines, your health, your place of work as well, for those of you who are working. And there could be some like surprising or shocking news that you find out around this full moon. So it could be 3 days before, 3 days after. The full moon in Leo is February 12th. So whenever you're reading this message, it will be for you. But those of you that are watching it around the full moon, I think will be more impacted by its energy. But all right, Pisces, let's see, what is this full moon in Leo bringing up for you? All right, you have expect powerful change. All right, right off the bat, expect powerful change. So something is a-brewing in your life, Pisces. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. That's beautiful. So even though there is going to probably be a lot changing around you, you are safe. Working through your fears. So some things that are going to be a little bit challenging, especially for those of you, I feel like, where it's going to hit your health sector. Yeah, this is work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. And your last one is your dreams need a practical plan. All right, Pisces. Bottom of the deck says the answers that you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. All right, let's dive into these different cards. All right, so your first card is a new moon eclipse, and it says expect powerful change. All right, so if you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared. It could be quite a ride, and events now could even be more jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new direction you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at this moment. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason, and you'll appreciate later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past, move through it. You're being put back on the right path, and there is nothing to fear. Attuned to the moon, it says never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. So this card is basically telling you, like, if you've been worried about anything, especially in regard to your work, your day-to-day routines, your health, Pisces, because that's where it's really hitting us in our sixth house. There are going to be some things that come up for you, but it is putting you on the right course, the right path for you to evolve. And there was also that mention that you're going to be okay, you're going to get through this. And I think the reason why they're saying that is because you might be feeling like, oh my gosh, like this news, I'm spiraling, I can't believe this, or, oh, it's not what I wanted to hear. I was even listening to one astrologer. She said you may hear about like gossip in the workplace, people talking behind your back, you know, finding out that someone's been kind of saying, you know, negativity about you, whatever the case is. It's putting you on the right path. You're being redirected. For some of you, I feel like there could be a potential that you lose the job, right? And you feel like, oh my God, what's happening? Or like myself, I'm walking away from work right now to have this baby. And a little bit in my head about finances and whatnot, but you're being placed on the right trajectory at the right time. Trust it, okay? And remember, above all else, I really feel like your spirit guides know that you're about to be going through a time of like tumultuous energy, or you might be a little bit nervous. You might be like, what is this? How do I deal with this? You and your loved ones are safe. They're putting this protective bubble, this Cancerian bubble around you and saying you and your loved ones are safe. So let's check out that card. New moon in Cancer. Okay. So it says there is a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can have to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. If you're hoping to move forward with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire. Attuned to the moon. Make sure you put family first. Now, I will say this. A lot of Pisces are dealing with toxic family. So some of you are probably like, Tiffany, I'm not talking to my family. They don't have to be your blood. These could be your friends. These could be your soul family. This could be your soul tribe, right? Like even for myself with this whole situation with my baby registry, I told family about it and family kind of just fell flat and they didn't really say anything and they haven't, unfortunately, at least on my side of the family, they haven't donated a single thing to the baby. And I was very surprised to see that. My husband's family has donated though. We're very thankful for that. But what I did was I just redirected my energy and I said, you know what? If my family is not going to come through and I have this precious child on the way and you may have some changes going on in your family, I was like, let me reach out to my Pisces family. Let me reach out to my friends, let me just put this out there. And so this is a time for you to focus on like family from a heart space. It does not have to be your blood. Okay. But as you're going through these transitions with home, a lot of Pisces are moving or having changes kind of come up within their home space. The home could also be your physical body. We have to think about that. Cancer rules the moon. The moon rules our health. You and your loved ones are safe. You and your body are safe. You and your home are safe. You and yourself are safe. Okay, Pisces? Work through your fears comes up. This is a scorpionic energy, so we'll look at that. All right. It says this card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio's energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time. If you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu, Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. And for the attuned to the moon, it says have some sexy time. This doesn't necessarily mean having physical sex, but I think this is like really getting connected back to the body, getting connected back to movement, getting connected to your soul space as well. Your sacral chakra, which is right at the pelvic bone, a region of the body right at your pelvis where your reproductive organs are. So what Spirit wants you to do is also to find strength in that part of the body, your creativity, your sexuality, your sensuality, and understand that what's happening to you, whatever's going on again in the 6th house, that is going to bring some powerful, unexpected change. That Spirit is saying, whatever change this is, you're safe. Don't worry. It's going to look crazy for a lot of us. And I've already told my collective on Instagram, this particular full moon is going to be a little bit of a doozy for us, but we can get through anything. Okay. Work through the fears. You get that bad news, you get that phone call, you get that write-up, you get that health diagnosis, whatever the case is. Okay, what can I do to move forward? Okay, it was great working with you guys. I'll grab my stuff and go. This is not a time for you to allow circumstances or situations to bog you down. Get out of your head and go in to your heart and really just trust that this change, this pivot that God is putting you through with this full moon in Leo, that it is giving you exactly what you need to do. as far as kind of moving forward with your life's trajectory. Okay. So work through the fears, burn it all down if you need to restart, but trust this is the end of an era, and that area of your life, and something that is going to be much better is birthing from this ashes, from this rebirth. Yeah, sacral chakra energy focus would be good for you, Pisces. And our last oracle card says your dreams need a practical plan. This is full moon in Taurus. Let's check that out. All right, this says sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find the combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, but you need to balance that with taking down-to-earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points and about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. For attuning to the moon, it says write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. So for sure, for those of you who are going through some big changes that we may see in your work and health sector, with it affecting your 6th house, if you receive information about a job loss or some changes within the job or changes within your finances, you need to sit down and clearly come up with a plan of how can I move forward? What are we attracting? Okay. I don't want you to get stuck in your head about what is falling apart. It's not falling apart. It's coming together. And a lot of the times with astrology, which is why I call myself tarology, because I love tarot and astrology. Astrology is kind of like the big bad, here it is. And tarot kind of helps us walk through and flesh it out, right? So the astrology is always going to be working in your favor. There can be sometimes this issue where people don't like to watch predictions with astrology because they feel like they're being fear-mongered. But the truth is, astrology doesn't play favorites. It doesn't ask who you are, what you're dealing with. It just says, hey, this is your soul contract and this is what we've got for you. So you're going to experience a very powerful change where you may feel unsafe. But Spirit says you and your loved ones are safe. You're going to have some fears come up. For some of you, some of your worst fears. I'm going to just put it out there, right? But when those situations come up, your spirit guides want you to implement an actual plan of how can I change this? This isn't, like it said, this is not time to wish upon a star. This is, what can I actually do now that I have this information? And how can I actually plot my way forward, devise a plan forward so that I'm not getting caught up in my head? What can I do to fix this? What can I do to soften the blow? What can I do to help myself not spiral? Some of you are going to also be, I feel like I just have to say this, dealing with somebody who is lying about you at the workplace. Or some of you may get a diagnosis that's not actually the right diagnosis, but that's what you're going to get right now. And then you're going to find out later, oh, that's not actually the problem. Work through these fears. Work through these situations. Write down 10 things that can help you. If you don't want to write like 10 things about you that are, what did it say? Write down 10 things about yourself that are good or whatever it said. You can write down 10 ways, 5 ways, that you could tackle this situation. What are some ways that I can make some money on the side? What are some ways that I can improve my health? What are some ways that I can find a different living situation if that's what goes awry for you? Some of it, I think they also said, could impact our vehicles. So there could be some issues with your vehicle. It will work itself out. So don't lose yourself. Spirit guides, give us some advice on how to move forward. You have the 10 of Pentacles with this full moon, the 9 of Wands, the Hierophant, the King of Swords, Page of Pentacles, You have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Sun, the Ten of Wands, and I'm going to get a final outcome card. Or two. Eight of Cups, Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. Okay. So definitely I see some big changes coming up for you in the area of finances, home, something to deal with your money. And I do think that a lot of you are going to be, just like myself, really wondering like, okay, God, I'm going on maternity leave, or okay, God, they're putting me on suspension. Like there's a lot of people right now that are going through cuts as far as businesses, not businesses, as far as like federal jobs being lost because of what's going on with the Trump administration. So I don't know if you're caught up in any of that, or any resources being cut off towards you, Pisces. So definitely the Ten of Pentacles is, how am I going to make it through? How will I survive? How am I going to get through this? Is definitely on the mind of many of us. And what I see here with the Nine of Wands is you're going to feel a bit tired. You're going to feel a bit weary. You're going to be going through, you know, the closet of doubt for a little while to figure out how to move forward. I don't see you giving up though. She has a lantern in her hand and she's like looking forward at what is coming in next for her, right? So I don't want you to lose hope or lose faith, but just understand that this is a trial and a tribulation that is setting you up for success later. When we see the Nine of Wands, it's a card that's basically telling us, do not give up. You are almost at the end of the finish line, right? Then you have the Hierophant here. So definitely government institutions could be causing issues. Doctors' offices. I see this also with the King of Swords here. There could be some legal issues that come up for you. This could be a boss figure. There is going to be some news that is relayed to you with this Page of Pentacles about your either life, your health, the work that you do, something of that nature. All of that is leading back up to, how are we going to take this information and actually use it for our benefit, right? So the pages, like I said, with this Page of Pentacles, they bring in news for us. So you're going to receive some kind of news, and it's going to affect that Ten of Pentacles in your life, right? And you're honestly, well, let's not go to the final outcome. You're going to have to search deep within and come up with a solution. Ace of Wands is Eureka, I found it, which is the motto of my state of California. And you're going to have to like find a solution. You're going to have to find a plan. You're going to have to like do something you've never done before to really see if you can heal this area of your life. You're going to have to find a solution to whatever is affecting this Ten of Pentacles in your life. You're going to have to figure out, okay, this is what I need to do to bring in more income. This is what I need to do to improve my health. This is what I need to do because now my car is on the fritz. This is what I need to do because my job is downsizing, or, you know, we're getting cut because of these federal issues, or there's federal resources being taken away from me, whatever the case is, right? You're going to have to come up with a solution. And I see you finding that solution, Pisces, which is why they're saying you and your loved ones are safe. Nine of Cups is a Pisces card. You see those two little fish back there. You are safe. There's going to be a major shakeup in your life because of this full moon in Leo. Unexpected news. Things you couldn't really prepare for. But that you just have to be honest with yourself about, and you're going to find the solution. You're going to figure out what to do. Then you have the Ten of Wands. You may feel a bit burdened though. Okay, I found the solution. I figured out how to do this, but it's adding more to my plate. But understand that with the Ten of Wands, you're getting ready to put it down. It's going to be a very short-lived situation for a couple of, like many of you. It will just be a couple of days. For many of you, it will just be a couple of weeks. You know, there's going to just be this like, I just have to get through this and let this situation redirect your energy, because there's a deeper reason for all of this to happen in your life. Again, the Expect Powerful Change card talked about how this was setting you up for something greater and putting you on the right path. So some of you may have been on the wrong path. And so Spirit is saying here, there's the sun. I want you to walk towards the sun. I want you to be happy. I want you to be more fulfilled. This way that you were treating your body, it wasn't working for you. This way that you were eating, it wasn't working for you. This way that this job was treating you, it wasn't working for you. This way that you were reliant on this company, it wasn't working for you. Like whatever the case is, there's going to be a switch up in your life because your spirit team wants better for you. Doesn't mean it comes easy. On the bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. Like there's going to feel like there's this push. Some of you will be in denial, I feel like, of what is happening as well. But ultimately, with the final outcome card being the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Cups, you have to walk away from a situation that is not working for you on an emotional basis anymore and receive the gift of the 6 of Cups that Spirit wants to give you. This is a time for you to really just tend to yourself. Remember, we're going to come up with that practical plan, okay? That's this Ace of Wands. And also this Page of Pentacles can be like a new plan forward. We're going to come up with a plan. We're going to write down what we need to do. We're going to take practical steps in our life to improve our life. We're going to receive the news that we have to receive. Nobody is going to be omitted from this. Like it just is what it is. Astrology is very straightforward. But you do have the power though, Pisces, on how you choose to walk forward once you receive this news. Are we walking towards the sun? I really hope so. But whatever comes through for you, I don't want you to take it personal. Like if you do hear something crazy come up, be like, Tiffany told me this is going to happen. And Tiffany also told me that this is a gift from God. This is a situation that needed to come up so that I could clear this part of my life and be healthier, be better, be more attuned to what God has for me. Maybe this way that I was relying on this job, this person, this institution, this way of life wasn't really doing a whole lot for me. So spirit guides had to come in and shake things up, which that's what Uranus does. It brings unexpected change into our life. And now you make the steps that you need to make to be better. We're going to pull one last card for you and end out this reading, Pisces. Final outcome for this full moon in Leo. Thank you, Spirit. Emotions are running high. So don't allow the emotions that you feel to get you off course. I have to keep reiterating that. That is why your guides want you to know you are safe. Whatever comes up, whatever news you hear, whatever they have to say, understand this is a short-term situation. You will be fine. You're being redirected. Think more and don't emote as much, right? Get into the heart space where you're grounded. Don't overthink the situation. Allow your emotions to be your emotions, but don't allow your emotions to take over who you are. Let's read what it says for this card. All right. It says, this card suggests that the answers to whatever you're asking is writ large like the silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. So this full moon is pictured here. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or relationship, the answer is very. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it is under your nose. This card is about being larger than life, being special and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. You can expect plenty of good things and positive outcomes when this card comes up, but you may find there's a lot of emotion to deal with too. There's also a sense that the opportunities around whatever you're asking about don't come along every day. So take action. And it says, success is close. I just must trust. Meanings for this card, a resolution to your question, or I would say situation, is closer than you think. Don't ignore the obvious. Something exciting lies ahead. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Speak to the goddess. Ask her for assistance. And the teaching of this card says the supermoon is a new or full moon that takes place when the moon is at its closest point to the earth. And if you draw the supermoon card, you can expect your feelings to be more highly charged. 111 on this paper. So whatever happens, this may feel like a supermoon for a lot of us. I don't think it is a supermoon, but again, whatever happens, this emotionally charged time is allowing you to work through your fears, to know that you're safe, and come up with a practical plan about what's about to change. This will be a short-lived situation, but it is something that needed to happen to kind of course correct you, okay? I love you, and so do your guides, and I wanted to just give you a quick little message on how you can improve and what this full moon may or may not bring into your life, depending on how much this resonates with you. But if you're already feeling this energy, or if you found something out in the last couple of days, please leave me a comment below. Let me know what's been going on in your life around this full moon in Leo, around February 12th, 2025. And I can't wait to see you guys again tomorrow with another video. All right, take care, Pisces. I love you so much. You will get through this. Sending you such big hugs today and a calm outlook on life, okay? Things will get better. All right, take care. Bye-bye.